Hi everyone, this is Lauren, your sewing buddy. Today I will be tacking down the facing on the bodice for my historical Halloween costume project. This is the Walden's fancy dress traffic signals made for maternity instead of for a size 16 girl. And part of helping me do this is my beeswax, which is from Farthingale Enterprises. I don't know if they still have it in stock. This is not sponsored, she's just a good friend of mine, and I'm very happy with the cute detail on the beeswax and the heft and size of it. So, what I'll be doing today is a basic invisible hem stitch, not doing any fancy backtracking. It's basically a whip stitch, but one end of the whip, the one that is going into the outer layer of fabric, I'm just picking up a thread or two instead of stabbing all the way through. So you'll see me doing that. Beeswax is very good for keeping your thread from tangling. It's good for shaping down the point so you can get it through the needle easily. And I highly recommend it. So I am all ready to get going here. Just have to get a knot in my thread. And I'm good to go. Okay. Oh, hold on, I forgot something very important. Thimble. Always thimble up, it makes it go so much faster and smoother. So a little bit about this costume. I don't know what year it's from. It looks like probably 40s or 50s from just the styling of it. The Walden's costumes, for the most part, can be very problematic. It's one of the brands that had a lot of cultural costumes that are I would want to punch you in the face if you were wearing it today. So this one is very safe, very, you know, traffic lights aren't a culture. Maybe we'll make it one, I don't know. But yeah, for the most part, if you're going with a vintage costume, be very careful, be very conscious, and don't turn someone's culture into a costume. In case you hadn't realized, this is going to be one where I am talking at you while you watch me hand sew. And to that end, I would like to talk a little bit more about, let's start off with pregnancy. I'm 26 weeks right now, and so my baby is about the size of an acorn squash. We haven't settled on a name yet. We were thinking Charles for a while, but calling him that didn't quite feel right, so now we're back to the books and drawing board, so to speak. Charles, there we go, calling him Charles, but the baby is very wiggly. He's kind of got a set schedule now, so I know, like, oh, 2 o'clock, time for wiggles. Oh, 10 o'clock, time to go to bed and try to fall asleep while he's kicking me in the hip. So that's fun. But no, really the whole thing is fun and exciting and terrifying. And I hope that we will be good parents. I did get a little bit of mommy practice this past week when Jody sliced their finger while making dinner. So, I got to tell them, like, keep pressure on this. Sit down on the couch. I'll put on Cora for you. I'll take care of dinner. After this episode, we're going to see how it's doing and see if we need to go in to have a professional fix it. But turns out they're fine. They've got a Band-Aid on it. It's not gushing blood, so I think it's not even bleeding anymore, which if it were still bleeding, then that would be a cause for concern. But, they're an adult, they're taking care of themselves, and I appreciate that. Just in the moment, sometimes you need someone to step in and say, okay, here's step by step what we're gonna do. Take a breath. You're not gonna die. It's okay. And hopefully they'll be able to return the favor in labor and delivery. The hand sewing is a little bit slow to start off with, just because I haven't done much in the past couple of months. so I do pick up some speed pretty quickly. It is officially October now. My birthday is a week away. Um, so all I'm really doing for my birthday is ordering in Pete's so I can have a pumpkin spice latte. And before you get on me about caffeine and pregnancy, you are allowed 200 milligrams of caffeine per day. So as long as I keep that in mind, do my research on what Pete's espresso shots are caffeine wise, then I'm good. So I don't want to hear it. Also, it's my birthday. I'm going to have my pumpkin spice latte for the season. Yeah, I do have to be that basic girl at least once in a while. The presidential debate was on Tuesday. I don't want to talk about that. It was a mess. That's all we're going to say. Right now, there is smoke in the air from fires done by Napa County. Um, it's really sad. I heard there was like a winery, like a very old winery slash castle that lost all of their bottled wines, which that's a travesty for them, and I hope that they're able to recover. But I know those were probably like going back years and years, so ugh. And if you're in those areas that are on fire, I hope that you and your home and your family are all safe. If that turns out not to be the case, then I hope that you can have a great support system to help you rebuild. Um, I know in the fires that happened in our area, I have friends and family who lost, well, I don't have family here, but we have friends who lost everything. And it's really devastating. But we also have a great community here who are able to chip in and help people, rebuild once their everything is gone. And yeah, it's difficult to imagine, like looking around our apartment and wondering, okay, what are the things that I absolutely have to have, and what are the things that we can replace if they burn. And it's a very difficult decision. Like, I'm really happy that we're sort of in the middle of the city, so chances of our apartment burning down are very, very small. Um, Consider that a blessing. But, in the instance that we had to bolt and run, like, it would take me a while, and maybe I wouldn't have a while, but I'm sure in the moment things would be different. And, I'd be able to prioritize a little bit better. But that's something that, everyone should have a list of, okay, here are the things you have to grab, here's where they are, let's go. Especially the way things are right now, like, you never know what, the next couple of months are going to bring, so be ready. But we're not talking about the political situation right now. Right. um, and that means it's time to switch gears again. I do want to thank everyone who offered their congratulations on the baby. Again, we're very excited. We even started getting some items in from the registry, which is incredibly exciting. And I can't wait to open them, but I have to wait until November because that's when our baby shower is. But also, I'm really excited and I want to get everything set up and ready. But I guess it's a little bit early for that. Um, Given that he's not due until January. January 4th is the official due date. And as a baby, I was like right on time, but Jody was very late. So we'll see where this one goes. I've never done this before, and I don't know how my body is going to treat it. So we'll see. um, More fun baby facts. He is officially at a point where he's considered viable. So if he did come this early, which please I hope not, But if he did, then doctors would actually try to save him instead of considering him to be a, a miscarriage. Um, 20, 24 weeks is the official point where that's the case. And then every week after that, the chances get better and better. So that's good news, I think. And I'm coming up on the end of this first piece of facing here. I'm going to leave arm the armhole edge raw because that's going to be enclosed by the sleeves, which will be in the next video. I'm impressed with myself that I managed to get this out a week after my last video. Hopefully I can get back to doing week by week videos instead of having months off. I think it's good for my mental health. I know well, I hope that it's good for all of you. Hopefully you're, again, working on your own projects, and this can be yet another little bit of push towards getting those done. I want to hear about what you're going to be for Halloween, or if you are dressing up, or if you're just making something right now. What are your current projects? Not even sewing related, but in general, what are you working on? Leave those in the comments. Here you can see how nice and invisible that stitching is, because the fabric is sort of thick, so I don't even have to go all the way to the front to get those couple of threads. And that's another reason why I really appreciate this fabric. So I'm moving on to the front of the bodice now, and more of the same. You know, I'd forgotten how nice it is just to sit and sew for a while. 'Cause again, I haven't been doing a lot of that. I do have a pair of Regency stays that I started working on, and I was doing that all by hand, but I'm at the point now for inserting the busk, and I've lost my drive on that project, which is part of why I'm very grateful for this one, because it gives me a chance to do something that I know how to make. There's no pattern for it, and I can, just do things at my own pace. As long as I get enough done to make content for all of you, then I'm on the right track. And as long as it's done by Halloween, because that is the deadline for the historical Halloween collaboration that we're doing with CosTube. So getting back to it, yeah, I'm very happy with how the bodice is turning out so far. Can't wait to start on the skirt. But the green fabric I got for the skirt is obnoxious, so look forward to that. Meanwhile, I think that covers what I have to say for right now. I'm hoping I can continue uploading every Friday. If I fail on that, please scold me. There's no excuse at this point. I've got footage lined up. I just need to do voiceovers on it, and then it's good to go. So, no excuses. Every Friday, find me here. In the meantime, if you enjoy this content, you want to keep seeing how this project goes along, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Hopefully it can inspire them for some ideas, or even just give them some company when we're all sitting alone trying to keep our hands busy, keep our minds busy. And I will see you again next week, my friends.